right. Yeah, you can hear me. Thank you very much for being here after lunch, specifically. I know it's an intense one. And thank you very much for the team for putting everything together so quick. It was only actually late last week that we decided that we were going to come here, and it worked out perfectly fine. So thank you very much for that. Today I'm here to cover a bit of the project that you saw, Azuero, the restoration of an ecological corridor in Panama. But I'm also here to give you a brief overview of what we're doing at Earthshot. So let me start off directly with that. At Earthshot, we are aiming to restore nature at a planetary scale. We do this by bringing investors, carbon buyers, and land stewards together in a platform that finances ecological restoration projects with the sole purpose of putting communities at the heart of what we do. Again, at the heart, we are actually a science and technology company, and that's why I'm giving a brief intro, because I'm conscious that we're a bit different to some of the other project developers presenting here today. We have a team that's made up of a combination of scientists and engineers together with operators at the front line. I'm not either one of those groups, by the way. But all of the team is united to source and develop the best quality carbon projects, such as the one that we'll be seeing here today. To do this and to speed up the sourcing process, which is the bottleneck of our market, we have a combination of two products. The first one is what we call LandOS. So it's a carbon project development platform. You can imagine it as a whole operating system that we're building that helps us with project design, due diligence, financial modeling, and the certification process, all with the idea of streamlining the process as much as possible. And the second part is Biome, which is a mobile app with a video there, which you can't see now, but it should work, that enables land stewards directly to capture and measure real-time data on the ground. So instead of relying only on remote sensing technology, we can get measurement directly on the ground, which basically makes it faster and cheaper to work with our projects and to bring them to life. But enough about this. Let me give you a brief overview of the project. There's a video, sorry. Let me give you a brief overview of the Azuero project per se, which is a 10,000 hectare ARR project in Panama, directly developed by Earthshot to restore nature in alignment with regenerative principles. We enable landowners of different sizes, and that's key, so all different sizes, to take part in this beautiful project, benefit from the possibilities of carbon financing, and sort of have the dignity to continue to work on their lands and do something for the nature-based economy. But let me take a step back, following a bit of the structure here today, and look at what is going on in the Azuero Ecological Corridor and why we're here today. The reality is that the Azuero Ecological Peninsula is under stress. Decades of deforestation have led to droughts, biodiversity loss, and economic hardship, which is, of course, all magnified by climate change. Only 23% remains as a standing forest today, and the majority of it has been slashed and burned decades ago for cattle ranching. And the little productive area that remains is decreasing year on year due to decreasing rainfall and the inconsistent workforce. That's why today, more than ever, cattle ranchers have understood that they made a mistake, but they're ready to take back their lands and take action upon it. They're ready to reforest their existing watersheds in their land. And now I'm quoting one of the farmers there, which said, "If we lose water, we lose everything." And this is where our project comes in. Over the next 5 years, Earthshot Labs and Pro Eco Azuero, which I'll speak about more later, we're going to restore 10,000 hectares of degraded land in areas that are currently low-density cattle ranching in the Azuero Ecological Corridor, sequestering a conservative amount of around 11 tons of CO2 per hectare, which brings that total to 100,000 in total per year. I say conservative because this is based on our estimates and after a 20% budget, 20% buffer, sorry. And our unique model, which is the important part of it, ensures that each partner gets their fair share. Investors retaining 60% of the credits, which brings the total to around 2 million voluntary carbon units for the duration of the project, which makes for an attractive investment opportunity of the highest quality credits. It's actually the past slide, sorry. Most importantly, we're giving back to the local communities and giving them a real alternative to their status quo. Why do I say this? Because we are agreeing beforehand that they will receive at least $50 per hectare, which is, by the way, the maximum they could currently make from cattle farming. And on top of that, we give them a profit upside of the project so that they have all the benefit and the upside of it. And this is not even taking into account the whole amount of benefits that it provides. Because everything we do is aimed at maximizing impact for biodiversity and the local Centennial community. We will be planting more than 4 million trees from up to 78 native species. I had to check this number so many times because I couldn't believe it, but yeah. 10,000, yes, 10,000 hectares, yes. We will be bringing back endangered species in a biodiversity hotspot, including the Azuero Ecological monkey, the Azuero spider monkey, which is in an endangered species. And as per the community, which I was saying we're putting at the heart of what we do, we will be creating 300 permanent jobs from years 1 to 5, and around 160 from years 5 to 10. Because we have already started this. We already know that 30% of our nurseries are currently managed by women. This brings a highly additional, permanent, and with very low leakage project. I say additional because the activities that are being carried out there could not be done without the assistance of carbon markets. Permanent because we have commitment directly from local communities who are already engaged, and because we're offering them a real alternative to make more money than they could currently get. Leakage and low leakage because basically there's no displacement of activities, and we are subject to implementing monitoring throughout the duration of the project. Brief overview of our partners, because we recognize that land stewards are the essential pieces to restoring our planet. That's why we're supporting them by partnering directly through Earthshot with ProEco Azuero, which is a trusted NGO that has more than 10 years of experience on the ground restoring the local areas. By combining Earthshot's scientific expertise, the carbon financing part, and our full tech stack, which is why I did the intro in the beginning, together with ProEco Azuero's network of land stewards on-the-ground expertise, I think we can create a unique project for generations to come that can restore and scale to up to 25,000 hectares for the whole ecological corridor. And we have already started this. From January to May, we collected, germinated, and grew 200,000 seeds into saplings. Since June, half of those have already been planted, and we have more than 1 million seeds ready to plant in 2023. And the engagement has been unbelievable. More than 100 landowners have already committed to reforesting their land. Andrew, who's our team member in Panama, because I haven't been there myself yet, literally told me that he has a queue of landowners willing to join the project because they know they've messed up with their land and they want to do something about it. Because at the end of the day, what we believe is that the land for the Centennial community is the legacy that they will leave. So they want to do something about it and be proud of it. And this is a bit of the idea that I want to leave you with today, the idea of legacy. I know everyone here knows a lot of it about it, but again, going back to what we're doing at Earthshot, I want to say that our goal isn't only to maximize carbon sequestration. We believe that ecosystems and wildlife believe to be put back at the center where they belong. And that's why we're trying to build the tools to streamline and fast-track that process. But to do so, that's why we think that we will need to put to work the best that our species has to offer and why we take a combined approach. We need to use science, we need technology, financial markets, and traditional ecological knowledge, all united to restore nature and stabilize our climate systems so that we can leave a legacy that we're all proud of. And after this sort of TED Talk-like ending, I'd like to welcome anyone in the audience who's interested in knowing more about the projects, which Panama is only one of them, or the initiatives that we're doing, to reach out to me directly, or if you just want to get in touch and meet most of the people in our amazing team, just reach out. Thank you very much for your time, and yeah.